Well, it's the end of the season. Defeat Sunday, defeat Monday, whatever you want to call it, it's the end of the season. We did another choke job, what we do best. I had a feeling we were going to lose this game, why I wanted the Titans. Everybody else said, no, we'll be okay. We'll handle the Jags just fine. I wanted the Titans. I had standards this year. Don't get me wrong, I had no hopes, but I had standards. I wanted Justin Herbert to win MVP. That didn't happen. It's not going to happen. He played like shit this year. I mean, don't get me wrong, he had a great stat-wise, but he didn't play as good as he did last year. That's why I say like shit. And watching him live at the Colts game, all he was looking for pretty much was Keenan Allen and Mike Williams. There were plenty of players open a lot of times, but he wasn't even looking at their direction. He was just looking for his main two players, and that's a problem. He needs to stop being comfortable with just them two, and he needs to be comfortable with everybody. I wanted Justin Herbert to sweep a divisional opponent, but didn't happen yet again 3 years in a row. I wanted Justin Herbert to go to the playoffs. He did. And I wanted him to win the playoff game. Didn't happen. I had no expectation at all about us going to the Super Bowl. I really didn't have any expectations of us actually going to the playoffs. Our defense was shit the first half of the season, no doubt about it. And then towards, December, our defenses got better. And I just assumed it was because we were playing a bunch of shitty teams, The Rams, the Raiders, the Colts, the Titans. It's a bunch of shitty teams. Hell, we had the 49ers down to only having a 6-point lead when they beat us. And we were all injured. So, you assume going into the playoffs with everybody healed besides Mike Williams, we would do something. And we did for half a game. And that's been another problem with this team. We only like to play half a game. When you have a 27-0 lead, I don't know what they did decide to get too conservative or too cocky, but they allowed the Jaguars to come back. Trevor Lawrence had 4 picks, and he still had better stats than Justin Herbert overall. 4 touchdowns compared to 1, 288 yards compared to 273 yards. Less sacks. Justin Herbert got 3, and Trevor Lawrence got 2. Like I said, I didn't think we were gonna win. We got dominated by the Jags last time, and we got dominated by the Jags again. If they allowed us to get a 27 lead, and they showed us that those 5 turnovers meant nothing. I didn't want Brandon Staley. I already made the 2 people who I wanted. It was Ron Rivera and Robert Saleh. And we didn't get the guys who I wanted. We got a defensive coachman for the Rams who only was on the Rams for a year. And he's a shitty coach. We only get shitty coaches because we got a shitty GM. And LA Original, you may say the Spanos coach ain't real, but I don't know, see how you can't see it. How many choke jobs have you seen under Dean Spanos? I don't think we've had any choke jobs like this under Alex Spanos or anybody else before the Spanos family bought the Chargers. But under Dean Spanos, we have so many choke jobs like this. The Spanos curse is real. He's going to have to come out and admit it, man. It is real. And he needs to go as an owner because he's not going to pay money. And money's not coming out of salary cap. He's just not going to pay money out of his pocket to get a bomb GM and to get a kick-ass freaking coaching staff and conditioning staff. So, yeah, I don't see them releasing Brandon Staley. It's only been 2 years. He's a shitty coach. We'll be lucky if we make the playoffs next year. I just don't see it. It seems like, after 2009 with Norv Turner, we couldn't do it no more. We had to wait 4 years, 2013, to make it again when that was with the new coach, with Mike McCoy. And then we couldn't do it again until another 5 years to make it with Anthony Lynn. And then we couldn't do it again until another 5 years to make it with Brandon Staley. But at least those two, we were a bad team in 2018, a very bad team, but yet we were able to beat a good Baltimore Ravens team in the playoffs. We were a bad team in 2013, but yet we were able to beat a good Cincinnati Bengals game who was undefeated in their own home, and we beat them in the playoffs. We were the #1 offense and defense going into the playoffs. We couldn't win. Reminds you of 2010, right? Definitely reminded you of 2010. Joey Bosa's throwing a fit, whatever. And it's just, I don't blame him. The referees helped us in the first half, and we couldn't get the job done. Yes, they helped the Jaguars in the second half, but still, you couldn't score. You couldn't get even any more field goals. You went 12 games with only 1 touchdown in the third quarter. 12 games. It's uncalled for. Everybody should be fired, and we should be rebuilding all over again with the coaching staff. I really hope we get Sean Payton. We don't need to get, what's his name, John Harbaugh, because he doesn't get it done. He had a Super Bowl caliber team with the 49ers, and he only went to 1 Super Bowl. And if it wasn't for that blackout, they would have been freaking shut the hell out. They weren't doing nothing. That blackout pretty much saved them and kept them in the game and changed the momentum, and they still lost. He can't get the job done with Michigan. You lost to Michigan and TCU, which wasn't a good team, as you saw what happened with Georgia, when really it should have been Michigan versus Georgia in the championship game. You're 1-6 or 1-7 in the bowls in your 8-year career in Michigan. No, I do not want that dude with the Chargers. I mean, the only thing you're guaranteed with him is he's going to lose with you. I don't want him. I honestly don't even want him with the Michigan team. He's not going to win us a championship. Can't get it done. 8 years and you can't get it done. Yes, I'm happy we won 2 Big Ten championships. Yes, I am. But overall, you want the main championship. You want the national championship. We ain't winning with him. We're not winning a Super Bowl with Brandon Staley. You got to come to terms with that. Tom Telesco's not helping his team get any players to help with our run defense. Our #1 problem has been the running game. Our run defense and our run game. You need to stack up on fixing our offensive line because we can't make holes to have a good run game. We have Austin Eckler. He's not an every down running back, but we have Austin Eckler. We have Joshua Kelly. I don't even know if he's got any 100 yards this season with Joshua Kelly. I think Austin Eckler's got 3 or 4, but that's uncalled for. We should be having more. Austin Eckler, I can't complain about him at all in the playoffs, you know. You have a shitty offensive line, you're not going to go far, but you still end up getting 2 rushing touchdowns. I think you got, 40 or 50 yards rushing. Maybe a little bit less. We could have used Mike Williams in this game. Really could have. But overall, we couldn't move the ball. We kept the defense in the game more. Defense was getting tired. Offense couldn't do shit. Everyone's really to blame on that, including Justin Herbert. That dude, my main problem with Justin Herbert is he doesn't run when he needs to run. He's scared. And he doesn't throw the ball away when he needs to throw the ball away. You need to run. We got him because we wanted a mobile quarterback. Rivers wasn't a mobile quarterback. You see what Josh Allen is doing? That dude's fucking running. He's getting 100 yards rushing in a game. I'm not saying I want Justin Herbert to have 100 yards rushing, but that dude should be having at least 30 to 40 yards rushing per game. At least. We don't have a rushing game, and we don't have a great offensive line. The dude needs to be running more. When it's 3rd and 2 and 4th and 2, and we ain't doing no quarterback sneaks, and we ain't running when there's pockets open, and you're sitting there standing there, just letting people come over to you and sacking you. 3rd year in the NFL, man. You played in college how many years again? You played in high school how many years again? You don't know when to run? You're making everybody feel like you were a joke as a draft pick. But anyway, yeah, I'm done with the rant. I'm not as mad as I was yesterday. Like I said, I expected this loss. I just didn't expect the choke job to be that bad. Congratulations, Jags fans. I mean, I still stand by, you know, I'm a Charger fan through and through. Fuck the rest of the NFL. It's 31 teams. Fuck them. There's only one team that matters to me. I don't care who wins. I do want the Cowboys to lose still. I do want the Chiefs to lose still. They're the only two teams in the NFL that I really hate that's in the playoffs right now. So, yeah, other than that, I don't care who wins. None of it matters to me. None of it's going to change my life anyway. Chargers let me down yet again. They couldn't even try in the second half yet again. If this team would actually play a full 60-minute game, we'd probably be like 15-2 right now, and we would have won the playoff game. But they don't like to try. And I have been saying this for years. They don't play a full 60-minute game. They don't. One side of the ball is not playing. And it's the offensive line this year. They're not playing. I mean, defense is a problem too because you allow them to come back and score 31 unanswered points. But that's also you not scoring any points. I mean, how many turnovers did you need? You still couldn't get the job done. But yeah, this video is going into 12 minutes. Gabe, you're a bitch. Bulldog out.